All right, so we got Space Jam that came out this weekend, which you guys saw my little review. I didn't do like a full-on review because I figured why? I don't need to do a full-on. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I expressed my feelings during my first reaction. And I love the fact that I hear that people enjoyed it or their kids enjoyed it. Fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm good with that. It wasn't for me. But the fact that original Space Jam director was like, I don't know why I put Backlash as sequel. That looks weird. I should have said outraged, but I was typing really, really fast. So I'm going to take that banner off because that sounds weird. Anyways, so let's look at this article right here. Yeah, original Space Jam director was not a fan of the new one. No, I do not want to join. Which I could see, Joe Pytka. So according to TMZ report, Pytka has several issues with the long-awaited follow-up, including its soundtrack and supporting cast. The filmmaker apparently told the outlet that he watched Space Jam: A New Legacy over 5 separate occasions as it was too dull to complete at once. Pytka also referred to the film's soundtrack as insignificant, a sentiment he shared about the sequel's roster of NBA players, including Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard. In short, the director, the truth is LeBron ain't Michael. Ouch. It's so funny. It must kind of suck to be a basketball player because if you're like a really good basketball player, you're always going to be compared to Michael Jordan. That's always going to be that there. Then you look at somebody like Kobe, who did too. But then at the same time, you have to look at these players and but they have this kind of, they're different in this aspect, different in this aspect, and then you got Giannis, who just won the championships on the Milwaukee, the Bucks, now he's like this, the superstar, but it's almost like they don't actually do that with him, which is funny. I think it's because he's just, I don't know, maybe it's because he's different. I don't know. But yeah, so what's going on there? Yeah. The early stream because I'm going in the movies, Mr. Shemagic there. King. But yeah, so it just must kind of suck to always be compared to Michael Jordan. It says 90s purists also slammed the new film even before it was released. Yeah, because of the Lola bunnies desexualized. She's a cartoon bunny, but whatever. And then let's see. When James was announced to star with Justin Lin attached as director, Pytka advised Warner Brothers to axe the project. Don't do it. It's doomed. Oof. Michael Jordan was the biggest star on the planet. He went on to suggest that James had been superseded by Steph Curry and the few NBA players of star caliber existed on the court. When we did Space Jam, there was a perfect storm of players and ex-players available. Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing. They all had a persona that complemented the film. There are none around like that anymore. That is actually kind of true. Those basketball players are larger than life. And when you watch that movie, even if you didn't follow basketball, you were like, oh yeah, I know who these guys are. I didn't really, in this one, of course, they had to be, it's 2021. So they had WNBA stars in there too. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, he's not too fond of it right there. And then another thing I wanted to bring up too when it came to Space Jam: A New Legacy is, there was that whole controversy when it came to, I forgot which coach was talking about the Hong Kong protests, and then all of a sudden he was told to just remove his tweet, do all this. They kind of just said, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because we all know, I don't want to get too political. Geez, how it is. Yeah. But at the same time, it's just kind of funny because we all know that when it comes to NBA and NBA players and LeBron James, let's face it, China, they have LeBron James in their pocket, And what's funny is Space Jam 2 is not going to be released in China. That's right. They're not going to release it in China. What was he doing then? Why did he say this? I told you. I warned you, LeBron, but you didn't want to listen to me. That's right. I told you that China was going to release a movie, and now they're not. What do you got to say about that now? Come on. Jeez, you're already making so, yeah. Yeah, that's right. They're paying you off to say all that. You don't want to say anything. You want to back up all that stuff. What's happening now? They're not going to release your movie. Ouch. Ugh. So that's kind of ouch. It's just kind of funny. I'm like, I wonder why though, because I thought China was like huge when it came to basketball. So it's just kind of funny how that's the case. It was just kind of, oh yeah, he wanted to tell, oh yeah, he shouldn't talk about that. That coach shouldn't talk about that, because this, that, and this, and then then China doesn't want to release your movie. That's just like, wow.